to see the ball go through the net. But I think, every game, regardless, you're making shots, you're not, it feels really, really good to have your teammates behind.
It feels incredible when the ball swishes through the net. Yet, truly, every game, whether you're sinking shots or not, feels amazing simply having your teammates behind you. That's what Lexi Hull said. And honestly, the basketball world is stunned after she revealed some major insights. It's completely upending everything we thought we knew about Caitlin Clark. No one expected this. Lexi exposed some wild details that give us fresh perspective on Clark, her journey, and the real story behind the Indiana Fever. Fans are shocked, teammates are buzzing, and social media is erupting. So, what exactly did Lexi reveal, and how will it redefine Caitlin's image forever? We're breaking down every explosive detail right now. Before the doubts, before she struggled to sustain her career, Lexi Hull was already a big name. She dominated at Stanford, fearless and relentless, fighting her way to a national championship. Her confidence radiated on the court, her focus was razor-sharp, and her drive unmatched. So when the Indiana Fever drafted her 6th overall, it wasn't just about potential. They truly believed in her. They saw someone capable of thinking fast, moving smart, and leading the team's transformation, but the pro level is a different beast. The WNBA's speed, strength, and relentless pressure aren't merely physical challenges. They're mental battles, too. Hull suddenly found herself on the bench more than ever. Game after game, her minutes dwindled, and with them, her confidence. The cheers she once received became echoes, messing with her head. She later admitted she went from being a key player on a winning team to just another name on the roster. And she wasn't alone. Every player in this league had once been a star, the best on their college team, now fighting simply to stand out again. Lexi's struggle, however, was part of something bigger, something brewing with the Indiana Fever long before she arrived. The team wasn't just losing games, they were losing belief. Years of defeat reshaped them. Losing had become routine, almost expected, and the locker room felt heavy, weighted with quiet resignation. No amount of new talent could mask that lack of accountability or genuine winning culture. It wasn't just missed shots, it was missing purpose. Criticism replaced encouragement, and hope of turning things around thinned every season. Then, like a storm on the horizon, Caitlin Clark arrived. Her signing wasn't just a routine acquisition, it was a seismic energy shift. She walked in with a presence that pulled attention from everywhere. Arenas filled, expectations soared, yet for Clark, it wasn't about fame or ticket sales, it was personal. That same fiery intensity that made her a legend at Iowa now burned through the Fever's locker room. She wasn't adapting to their culture, she was rewriting it. Her standard of excellence didn't just challenge the team, it declared war on their losing mentality. From day one, change was visible. Practices sharpened, conversations intensified, and the air grew electric with accountability. Lexi noticed it, not only in Clark's play, but in her entire presence. On and off the court, Caitlin carried herself with focus demanding respect. People realized behind the spotlight, Clark was grounded, thoughtful, and surprisingly mature for someone bearing so much weight. Yet that composure carried an edge. A relentless expectation for everyone to match her energy. The real turning point, insiders say, came during an early practice. After multiple careless turnovers, frustration boiled over. Clark, known for her sharpness, stopped the drill. What followed wasn't a gentle pep talk, it was a verbal storm. She called out several veterans raw and direct. The gem went silent, tension cut like a knife. This wasn't the smiling rookie adored by media, it was a version forged in competition. Her words exposed cracks in a team that had avoided confrontation too long. The coaching staff faced a dilemma. Their prized rookie, their ticket to relevance, was openly challenging the team's hierarchy. Her drive was powerful but risky. Whispers circulated about reining her in, telling her to tone it down. Yet deep down, everyone knew it wasn't destruction, it was transformation. They gambled, letting her fire burn. No intervention, no silencing, just a hope her intensity would achieve what strategies and signings hadn't. While some recoiled at Clark's confrontational style, Lexi saw a different opportunity. In that tense moment, she realized it was her defining moment. Instead of shrinking under Clark's energy, she rose to meet it. She stayed after practice, ran extra drills, pushed through exhaustion, and overcame quiet doubts. When Clark stayed late, Lexi stayed with her. Two flames burned toward the same goal, sparking something incredible. That missing spark in Hull's game began returning. Clark's court vision met Hull's renewed hustle with precision. Impossible passes, impossible angles. Lexi caught them, finished at the rim. Tension evolved into trust. Coaches and teammates marveled at their dynamic. This connection wasn't born from comfort. It was forged in confrontation, sweat, frustration, and refusal to quit. Clark changed everything. Lexi's comeback became symbolic. If she could rise from self-doubt, the rest of the Fever could too. Players like Aaliyah Boston pushed harder. Kelsey Mitchell sprinted every possession. Bench players discovered new life, energized by Clark's presence. The Fever's offense transformed, purposeful, hungry, synchronized, yet greatness demands a price. As wins increased, pressure exploded. The media spotlight, once distant, now blazed. Lexi, previously in the background, faced intense scrutiny. Every mistake, every defensive slip, was dissected online. Yet she channeled pressure into fuel, creating quiet strength. Lexi admitted keeping pace with Clark was grueling. Early mornings, late nights, endless mental battles. Greatness isn't glamorous. It's lonely, demanding sacrifices unseen by most. But she hardened, resilient. Not chasing approval, but herself. Success bred envy, too. Rivals began targeting Clark, testing limits, trying to break her spirit. Yet Lexi became an anchor, standing firmly by her teammate. When Clark was fouled hard, Lexi confronted the aggressor instantly. Attack Clark, and you attack all of them. That moment defined the team. The Fever were no longer a struggling squad. They were a united, battle-tested force. Clark's drive and Hull's renewed fire created brotherhood, loyalty, and an unbreakable bond. Leadership wasn't in speeches but presence, intensity that spoke louder than words. Clark forged warriors, not followers. For Lexi, it wasn't just a comeback, it was a rebirth. The grit of Stanford returned stronger, shaped by pro-realities. She wasn't surviving, she was thriving, and this was only the beginning. Fame, trust, and expectation would soon test their bond for. But as Clark stepped into the spotlight, the Fever transformed. Tickets vanished, cameras tracked every move, social media exploded. Yet instead of fracturing, the team united. Lexi observed the energy shift and adapted. Behind the scenes, the team forged bonds, dinners, long bus rides, quiet gym talks, creating a unity stronger than the court. Clark wasn't just a superstar. She was one of them. Rookies admired, veterans supported, balance maintained. Chemistry grew into an extraordinary story. Lexi read Clark's instincts like a language. Clark's playmaking demanded trust, and Lexi responded flawlessly. Flowing as one heartbeat, their effort, communication, and shared drive defined them. When Clark suffered an injury, the offense faltered. Doubt crept in, but Lexi reminded the team their strength wasn't one player's fame, it was collective will. Practices intensified, roles evolved, trust deepened. They found new ways to win, discovering leadership through action, not speeches. Lexi carried Clark's spirit until her return. The Fever returned transformed, tougher, smarter, purposeful. Clark's spotlight now reflected off everyone. One woman's rise became a story of many. Their chemistry proved power isn't talent alone, it's transformation. Hype became harmony, fame became focus, pressure became progress. Resilience defines true greatness. For the Fever, it emerged through Caitlin Clark and Lexi Hull. Injuries, setbacks, pressure. They refused to break. Adversity sharpened them. Lexi's WNBA growth was rocky, limited minutes, inconsistent play, injuries. But she rebuilt mental strength, studied from the sidelines, returned stronger. Clark faced immense expectation, media scrutiny, and relentless defenders, yet showed leadership off the court, attending practices, encouraging teammates, maintaining morale. Lexi's respect for Clark deepened, reigniting her own determination. Returning from injury, Lexi played assertively, sharper, more vocal, and Clark's style amplified her resurgence. Their natural chemistry flourished, built on trust and shared resilience. Lexi transformed from a rotational player to a key contributor. Her confidence soared. Old doubts vanished. Injuries and pressure shaped both Lexi and Clark beyond what highlight reels could show. Their story exemplifies endurance, behind-the-scenes growth in gyms, rehab, and self-reflection. Together, they redefined resilience. Persistence over perfection, determination over dominance. Is this just the beginning? Only time will tell. Share your thoughts below, and don't forget to like and subscribe.